Surprise, mechanics.
Surprise.
The late gameplay can't stand. What did the patch do? I still don't know. My game's slow-mo. Maybe I'm the one that's loco.
Crazy.
Cause everyone is scoring on me.
Yeah.
It's like I ain't got no goal. It's like I ain't got no defense. Feeling like a bad roof, I'm leaking. My passes always go astray. Take one touch and it's out of play. Every shot it hits the post. My team elite, but it plays like Stoke City. What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy, What's Star Weakfoot, and we are back for another video where I'm reviewing your squads. I'm reviewing a bunch of my sub squads. I gave you guys an opportunity to send me squads on YouTube, on Twitter. Some people even messaged me on PS4. And I'm going to review your squads. It's probably around that time of the year where these are like your final squads. So it's very interesting. It's very fun just to see what kind of players you guys are rocking with. If you're enjoying this content, please don't forget to hit the like button down below. Now, without further ado, I'm going to start off with my YouTube account. And we're gonna see what you guys sent me. The first squad we're going to look at right here is my man, Orange Crush. What does he say here? He says, this configuration is after in-game switch. All players are 10 all right. Telles, Mendes, and Ter Stegen are untradeable. Or all of them except Telles, Ter Stegen, and Mendes are untradeable. So let's see what he's rocking with. All right. Oh, he's using Voss. You know what? I actually thought about doing a review on Voss because I felt like a lot of people are overlooking that card. So that's an interesting choice right there. Does he have a bench? Oh, he put his bench here too. Fair play. All right, so his defense is going to be Jordi Alba, Ramos, Lenglet, and Lala. So that looks like a pretty solid defense, to be fair. Lenglet looks like, I'm not really sure how he plays in game. I haven't tried him. But the two main upgrades I would make here are Lenglet and Alba. Ter Stegen, I haven't actually used that Ter Stegen. I can't really, talk on him, to be fair. The only thing I don't like about Ter Stegen is he is kind of short, so I don't like these short keepers in game. But who knows? Maybe he plays good for you. His midfield is... Are you really using Iago Aspas as your midfielder? Maybe he meant to put Aspas on the wide cam position and Was at CDM. That would make a lot more sense. I'm guessing that's what he meant to do. But Voss and Casemiro as your midfield is decent. I would be worried about Casemiro's pace, especially since Casemiro and Lenglet are on the same side. I would maybe switch it up so that Casemiro is on Ramos' side and Voss is on Lenglet's side. But that's just me. Fekir and Iago Aspas as the wide cams, not bad. The only thing that worries me about them is a 3-star weak foot. But both of them are definitely very solid cards. Awar and Williams are the strikers. That's not a bad combination right there. Once again, Williams does have the 3-star weak foot. Awar, I can't really argue with him playing striker because he literally can play any position from striker to CDM. So it is a pretty solid team. Let's look at his bench. Yo, my man's using Santi Cazorla. Very interesting choice right there. He does have the 5-star combination. And like I said, I am a fan of Santi Cazorla in real life. So fair play. Bamba, I know, is a good sub because people use him against me all the time. Footmas Matuidi. That's a card I actually regret not doing earlier in the year because he was a very good value at the time. And then he got Gucci Headband as his other super sub. So, very well-rounded team. The only things I really would change here is, actually, I wouldn't touch the defense because I feel like the most important thing to really change about this team is to get rid of one of the 3-star weak foots. Whether it's Aspas, Williams, or Fekir. I think that's too many 3-star weak foots on one team in order to be really effective. And it can make you predictable if your opponent knows which side are, each of these players' strong foot. So that's the main upgrade I would make to this team. But yeah, it is a very interesting team and fair play. Thanks for sending your squad. We're going to move on to the next squad. All right, squad number 2, we got Don't Watch. That's his squad right there. He doesn't really have any comments. So I'm left to assume that this is how he plays it in game. Which 4-3-3 is this? This is the 4-3-3-4, which is one of my favorite formations actually in this game. It's a very fun, attacking, wide open formation. Let's start with his defense. So he got Dean. Yo, my man Dean. I can't hate on that. He has Laporte not in form. Not sure about that. He has Piqué, Carvajal, and Ederson. I guess he's using Laporte for chem. Obviously, I would say as far as upgrades, I definitely would upgrade Laporte. Yeah, you can't be using not informed Laporte at this stage of the game. Even if you're upgrading to like, I think a good upgrade that's not too expensive is that Team of the Season Stones. That card was very solid when they used him for a full Everton squad, and he would get chem on the side. Or even Team of the Season Laporte, if you could swing it, not a bad option either. I do think your backline does lack a bit of pace. Carvajal's not the fastest. Piqué and either Laporte or Stones, whoever you're going to bring in there, not the fastest. So I do think that you might get burned for pace here defensively, especially with all these Team of the Season attackers. Ederson, I can't hate on Ederson. People do use him to good effect against me. Whenever I use Ederson, I don't do that well, but that's just a playstyle thing. His midfield looks like a very fun midfield. Oh, man. He doesn't really care much about defense. He's probably playing possession, or he's probably just playing wide open. And this looks like a very fun team to rock with. He has Bernardo Silva. He has Fabian and Sané as his midfield. And I know, it's not the most meta midfield, but I do give him respect for playing with this because I know it must be a very fun midfield. I mean, Silva, Fabian, and Sané, you could play tiki-taka. You could play possession. You could play counter-attacking with this midfield. And Fabian, to be fair, is actually a very solid option as far as tracking back. So I am a big fan of this midfield, man. I know you're probably not going for the most meta team. So, I'm a big fan of this midfield right here. His attack is Gabriel Jesus, Perez, and Suso. I guess he has to use Suso here for the chem. I'm not really a big fan of the Suso card, honestly. I did try him, and I did find him a little bit too slow to be playing on the wing. Is there anybody else he can use here for chem? Let me see. He needs a Spanish winger. Or he could maybe use Bale. Would Bale work here for chem? I mean, I think one option you could do here, if it works for chem, is using that Team of the Year nominee Bale. That card would be amazing on this team, I think. Especially with that link going into Carvajal. I think maybe you could use him. Fabian wouldn't be on full chem, but I think you could still swing 100 chem. Yeah, because everybody else is on chem. Gabriel Jesus, maybe you could upgrade to one of his other special cards. He has gotten 2 special cards that have dropped recently, and they look pretty decent. But yeah, Gabriel Jesus, I'm a fan of just because I've loved him in the past FIFAs. His informs, everything like that. A fun card to use and an exciting player to try in real life. Perez, I'm not a fan of at all. I've tried him, and for whatever reason, I could not get this card to work for me at all. I just found him clunky, not fast enough, not good enough as far as shooting and passing. He's just kind of missing that extra sauce that I expected him to have. But if you enjoy him, fair play. Thanks for sending in your squad. We're going to move on to one more YouTube squad. Then we're going to move on to Twitter. All right, so we're going to check out Stan Wizards team. And the reason why I picked his team out of all the teams is because he's using Messi as a false 9. That's a formation I've been wanting to try all year. I don't know why I haven't gotten around to really giving it a shot in Weekend League. But Messi as a false 9, that looks fun. All right. Oh, my God. What rank do you finish in Weekend League, man? This guy got Red Messi, Red DaCosta, Red Ederson. So, nice team right there. His defense is pretty solid. He has Blanc and Luis, DaCosta and Mendy. I mean, I can't really say that there's any weakness at all defensively. Yeah, very solid side. The only thing you can really do to this defense to make it better is to really go for a top-tier defender, whether it's Van Dijk, Team of the Year, whether it's Ramos, Varane. Would they even fit? I don't think they would fit. Or like Team of the Year, Marquinhos. Those kind of defenders would be an upgrade on this side, but it would cost a lot of money to really upgrade this defense. His midfield, if he's playing false 9, I'm guessing he has Awar, Goretzka, and Zanetti as his midfield. So, very, very solid and balanced midfield. Zanetti does play like a souped-up Conte in-game, so I'm guessing Zanetti's the CDM. Goretzka and Awar are the CMs, and I use both of those CMs, Goretzka and Awar, and I love them. So that's a very solid midfield. The only real upgrade you can make is using Vieira rather than Zanetti, but I'm guessing he wouldn't be able to get chem if he did that to Messi. So, not a bad option. His wingers are going to be, if he's playing false 9, I'm guessing this guy's using Aubameyang and Sancho on the wings with Messi as false 9. And that's a very interesting way to play, but it must be overpowered because Aubameyang, this Team of the Year card, or Team of the Season card, that card's probably amazing on the wing. Probably dominates any fullback that he comes up against, so it's not a bad idea. Sancho is a card I still haven't tried. The only thing that scares me, and that other people have talked about, is his low composure. But I know it's a very good card, especially as a winger. I don't think his composure really comes into play here. So yeah, this is a very, very good squad. Probably one of the best squads I've seen sent into me. So fair play. We're going to move on to the Twitter squads, man. Let's get it. All right, man. So we're on the Twitter, and I know a couple of you guys sent me your squads recently, so I did want to check my notification section. And the first person that sent me his squad is Skinny Plays. Shout out to you, Skinny Plays. We're going to check your team out right here. He said, this is my team, and I'm hoping I can beat you in versus viewers video next week. All right, man. I know I have left back and center back position, but he is so much better than any German center back, even with 6 chemistry. I'm guessing he's using Halstenberg as center back. Oh, he's using Schultz. What? This guy's using Schultz as center back? I mean, if he does work for you, fair play, but Schultz as a center back? That's one of the most interesting things I've seen so far that anybody sent me. If I did have to use a German left back as center back, I would use Halstenberg, not Schultz. I feel like Schultz, I mean, he does have the pace and the defensive stats, but I feel like with his heading and his jumping, he's definitely going to let you down in this position. So that's definitely the first change I would make. I would use Halstenberg. I've used Halstenberg at center back and the 3 at the back, and he was very, very good. For the rest of the defense, though, it does look solid. Ramos, obviously, you can upgrade to another Ramos, or you could upgrade. There's a lot of different upgrades you can make here as far as like a La Liga defender that would fit there, but I'm guessing he doesn't really have the budget. So Ramos is a solid card for the price. Courtois, of course, is still an overpowered keeper. Nobody really uses him anymore because people have moved on to using Van Dijk, and he doesn't get chem into Courtois. But Courtois is still a very good keeper. Alba and Kimmich as your fullbacks looks pretty good, not going to lie. As far as his midfield, he has Thiago. I still need to try that Thiago card, man. Thanks for the reminder. I really need to try that card. He has Thiago, Santi Cazorla, and Demirbay. Demirbay is another card I did want to try out because he's very cheap. And he does look like a very solid box-to-box. So his midfield does look fun. Thiago and Santi Cazorla do have the 5-star skills, so it must be fun in that regard. I do think that if you want to be meta, I'm not sure if you're interested in playing the most meta possible way. I would replace Santi Cazorla or Thiago. I feel like together they're kind of redundant. I would replace one of them with like a box-to-box, somebody who's more solid defensively. But if this is what works for you, man, no hate. He does have Cruz as his cam, who, to be fair, looks like a very good card. Torres and Werner as the strikers, so it's pretty well balanced because you have Werner getting in behind, you have Torres as the aerial presence, so it is a pretty solid squad. Not a very expensive squad either, and it does look like a very good squad for the price. We're going to move on to the next squad, man. Let's get it. We're going to check out Max. I think his YouTube name is Max Foster or Forster. Shout out to you, Max. He said, I changed my team a bit, by the way, and put Eusebio in a... What? Yo, this guy put a Eusebio in a 100K pack. Yo, that makes my heart hurt, man. I don't even have Eusebio on my team. I would never put him in a 100K pack. But I don't know. I guess he wasn't working for you. I hope you did pack something good from that 100K pack because I would be so mad if I threw Eusebio in the pack and then I get Kago as my best pick. But let's look at his team. All right, he has Gaia and Ramos with Blanc and Marquinhos. Interesting choices here. I'm guessing Marquinhos makes a very solid right back in the same way that Team of the Year Ramos does, in the same way that FFS Militao does. So I'm not going to hate on that. I know Marquinhos is very good on the ball, so I guess he could play right back. The only weakness I would say in his entire back line is Gaia. I would definitely use a different left back in this position. Any other left back really. Even somebody like that new Marcus Alonso card that they dropped or they re-released would probably do very well in this position. And you could probably get Chem into him if you switched. Oh wait, no, you need Blanc there for Awar. Yeah. I would say even Jordi Alba would be an upgrade on Gaia. I'm not really a fan of that Gaia card. Donnarumma I know is a great card. I've used his 90 rated card, and that card was so good. So I know his team of the season must be amazing. Now we got his midfield. We have I'm guessing his midfield is going to be Awar and Goretzka. And it looks like he does play the 4-2-3-1. That's the only thing I could imagine him playing with this kind of team, either a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-4-2. So Awar and Goretzka, once again, a very good pairing if you're playing them as CDM or even at CM. Very, very good pairing there. Yeah, I can't really critique that much. His attackers are going to be Van Basten, Coleman, Sancho, and Ben Yedder. And that looks like an amazing, amazing team. If I was to play this, I probably would play Sancho right wing, or right wide cam. I would play Coleman left wide cam, and not Goretzka, Van Basten striker, and Ben Yedder cam. And that would be my team. And that's a very, very good setup right there. The only two things I would worry about there is, once again, Sancho's composure coming into play, and the fact that Sancho and Coleman both have the 3-star weak foot. But if your dribbling's really good and your finishing's really good, the 3-star weak foot isn't like really a deal breaker anymore. Because I do use Sterling, and he does have the 3-star weak foot. He is amazing, in my opinion, in game. So, yeah, very solid squad. Not much I would really change here except the left back and maybe bringing in somebody instead of Coleman. I'm not the biggest fan of Coleman, but if he works for you, man, fair play. Let's move on to the next squad. So for the final Twitter squad I'm going to check out. Oh, let me follow this guy. Followed. I followed you, man. I'm going to check out Alex, and he says, "Hi, man, please review my squad. I play 4-1-2-1-2. I don't know who to play as my front three. Thanks a lot." All right, so it should be an interesting squad. He probably has like a bunch of versatile players, everything like that. So his back line, very solid back line right there. Donnarumma, once again, a beast. Sandro and Dumfries as your fullbacks, arguably the best in that position. And Izzo and Desai probably make a very good pairing. I haven't tried that Izzo card, but he is a very good card stat-wise. He says he plays 4-1-2-2. So obviously his midfield is going to be Hullet, Vieira, and Awar. And you can't get much better than that. I cannot really argue against that at all. So very, very good midfield. And his front three is going to be Quags, Socrates, and Firmino. I'm guessing he's asking who to play at cam and who to play at strikers. That's a good question, man. Let me see. The pace on Socrates is 85. Quags is like 89. Firmino. I think with this team, I would definitely, with the work rates and everything, I probably would play Quagliarella at cam. And I think I would play Socrates and Firmino up top. Because you need Firmino up top since all three of your attackers are not the fastest. So Firmino's the fastest. So I would use him up top to get use out of his pace. Socrates, I think, has better work rates than Quagliarella, if I'm not mistaken, to play as a striker. And Quagliarella, I think, has medium. So I would play him as a cam. So that's exactly how it plays, especially with Quagliarella's long shots. I think he would be very good at the cam position, as long as you have a sub for him, because I think he won't last all game with his 85 stamina at the cam position. So yeah, that's what I would play with. I probably wouldn't make any changes to the squad at all. It's amazing. He has really good red picks, so fair play. Now we're going to move on to my PSN messages and end off this video. Let's get it. All right, so the first squad we're going to check out on the PSN messages is Ibrahimovic. I think this guy's name is Daniel Ndungu on YouTube. So shout out to you. You've been following me for a while. And I did play him. I have played this guy twice on Rivals. I guess he's from the same region as me. And he's a very good player. I think he got elite for the first time last week. So let's look at the squad, man. Oh, I didn't even know you could set footbing links on PS4. But yeah, very solid squad here. He does have De Gea, my favorite goalkeeper in this game, besides Van der Sar, as his goalkeeper. So very solid. He has Schultz and Aurier as his fullbacks, Blanc and Van Dijk. And that's the same. That's almost the same. That's the same defense I'm rocking with, really. I use Blanc, Van Dijk, and De Gea. Aurier, I know, is a very good card with his heading ability. And Schultz, I've seen so many people using this card. The only thing I would worry about with this card, of course, is the heading ability. But if he got elite, I guess he plays very well for him. His CDMs are Vieira, Wijnaldum. Very, very good pairing right there. You have one more offensive CDM in Wijnaldum. And you have Vieira, who's pretty much the best CDM on this game, really. He has Havertz and Team of the Year De Bruyne as his wide cams. Once again, amazing. He has the 5-star weak foot, so he could pivot for the finesse, or he could cross on the strong foot. So very good choices there. And he has Ronaldo and Eusebio as his strikers. So honestly, this is an amazing team. I really wouldn't change too much here. If I did get the cash, I would change Schultz for somebody else there, but I'm not sure who he can really use here and get cam. I guess he could use what's his name? He could use Mendy, still get cam because he gets the strong link going into Blanc, but then Havertz would play on 7. Other than that, I mean, this squad, especially if it got you elite, is probably great. So fair play to you. Congrats on the elite, man. We're gonna move on to the next squad. All right, so I guess this is gonna be my final squad I'm gonna look at because there's 3 of them. It seems like seems like they made a group with 8 other players. So fair play to you guys. And you guys are sending me the squads. Man, I don't speak Spanish. So I'm not sure what no te mojes means. I do speak a little Spanish, but not that much. But yeah, we're going to check out squad number 1. And yo, what the hell is that? That squad is amazing. He has Tellez, Militao, Maldini, and Alexander Arnold. I mean, honestly, that's an amazing back 4 with Donnarumma as the red Donnarumma as the goalkeeper. So amazing right there. Vieira, Hullet as the CDMs. And yo, what the hell? He's gonna get Pele, Cruyff, Mbappe, and Eusebio. So if he does pull this team off, honestly, this might be one of the best teams you can use on FIFA. The only real upgrade you can make here is getting rid of Alexander Arnold for somebody more meta, like Da Costa, like Dumfries. Other than that, that's it. I mean, that's the only upgrade I would make. When you look at his bench, it's even crazier. He has Awar, Lozano, Ballack, Dumfries. Oh, he has Dumfries. Yeah, maybe he prefers Alexander Arnold over Dumfries. I probably would prefer Dumfries as far as being the most meta possible team, but that's just me. He does have Ben Yedder and Royce too. Yo, this team is amazing, man. Congrats if you can get this team, man. Big congrats to you. Now let's move on to Brandon MD29. And his team looks very good as well. Even his bench. Yo, these guys must play a lot of FIFA, man. They must be grinding just as hard as me. So shout out to them. So his defense looks very solid. He's using Alonso and Luis as the center backs, which is probably a very good pairing. I did the Alonso card myself. I'm using him as a CDM super sub. And that Alonso card can play so many different positions, man. Such a great value if you guys haven't done the SBC already. His fullbacks are very good too. Tellez and Lala. Can't hate on that, especially with the red Lala. Congrats on that pull. Allison. I do hate that Allison card, to be fair. I do hate that Allison card, to be fair, but I think I would rather prefer to use Ederson rather than Allison because I think Allison's probably one of the worst team of the season goalkeepers I've used. But if Allison works for you, then fair play. His midfielders look solid. I can't believe he actually did the Fred SBC. I thought nobody would do that, but he does look like a solid card, especially with the kind of midfield he's rocking with here. He has Eusebio, Vieira already, so Fred probably does a pretty good job for him. He has Chiesa as his right wing. What's his name? Promes. And Ronaldo as his attack. That looks like an amazing, amazing attack. If I was to make an upgrade here, I would replace Chiesa with somebody else. I would even replace Chiesa for that new Perisic. If you have the money, that would be an amazing, amazing decision right there. I think it would be a big upgrade. Because other than that, his team is amazing. And even his bench. I mean, he has Torres. He has Sterling, Mane, Player of the Month. He has Prime Moments Hernandez on his reserves. Yeah, very, very solid squad here. Congrats on this squad, man. I hope you're enjoying it. And the last person that sent their squad here is Silvito73. Yo, what the hell? These guys. These guys are like a little pro group right here, man. They got like some crazy squads. If they play against each other, it must be a bloodbath because these squads right here are absolutely mental. Look at that. He has his defense as Sandro, Varane, Van Dijk, Alexander Arnold with Van der Sar as a goalkeeper. My God. I would replace Alexander Arnold again for Dumfries, but once again, it might be a playstyle thing. He has prime moments Vieira, prime moments Ronaldo, prime moments Hullet, team of the year Ronaldo. He has team of the season Neymar and team of the season Mbappe. Yeah, I'm speechless. This has to be the best team anybody's ever sent me. And I would look stupid to even try to critique anything on this team. Because Ronaldo is extinct as far as I know. Vieira and Hullet are very expensive. So, yeah, this guy must be a very good player. Very, very, very good squad, man. Congrats on this, man. If you have this squad, you probably deserve it. So, big ups to you, man. And, yeah, that's going to end my video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below. If you want to see more videos like this, man, keep on sending me squads and let me know in the comment section down below what you guys thought of this video. But yeah, I'm going to be back tomorrow with another video. Later.